Every municipality talks about going digital, and many are doing great to get there. But in the Overstrand, we are proud to be right at the forefront of this transition. We aren't just planning for the future anymore. Our staff, our local businesses, and our residents are actually living it right now. So this is what modern local government should look like. For us in Overstrand and for most of the municipalities in the country, the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 actually compelled us to do business differently. With the isolation and all of that, we couldn't just do our normal business as we were used to it. But municipalities are also constitutionally mandated to provide basic services. And those basic services everyone needs. So while the other businesses went into lockdown and all of those nasty things that we remember from the pandemic, the municipalities had to keep on working. We had to keep on providing water, electricity, take the rubbish away weekly and making sure that our sewer systems work. And we had to bill, and so basically our people had to work. And I think for me that was the start of actually working differently, but then also looking at how technology can assist us to actually work better, more efficiently, more effectively, making sure that we still provide the services. So, with COVID-19, we started doing the virtual meetings. We started digitizing all documentation so that you can sign it, electronically. So that was the start for me. I think going forward, the main thing for me was basically how can we build on that to actually make it better. On the digital transformation side, on the internal side specifically, it sort of compelled all of the departments in the municipality to start thinking as a unit and not, all these little compartments and silos that we place ourselves into. So the good thing for me internally was that we actually started to realize, once we started with the project, we started to realize how many little, systems other departments have. So building control will have this system for their building plans. We will have in land use, we will have a small little system that they use, and none of those things are integrated. So the main purpose, I think, for us was in the start, make sure what we have, try and see how they can be integrated into one system so that you don't have all of these loose systems. The benefit specifically was then that, everyone had buy-in on the internal side, but keeping the main goal in mind that we want to make it easier for people to do business with us. I think on the external side, and one of the apps that we had developed was the Citizens app, where in the past people must phone into a control room and then put in a complaint. Sometimes it gets lost, and because people do not have, people can manipulate systems. So, but the app specifically, any citizen can put in a complaint. They will receive a reference number immediately. They can even add a photo, and they can actively follow up with that reference number on the app. So that on the one, and then what we also did was we combined the control rooms. So we also had a number of control rooms. So now there's one control room, except for the disaster management one. But there's one control room where all the complaints come in, and when we also now receive a telephonic complaint, it gets put onto the app system immediately. So people will then also receive that reference number and take it. So, for the citizens specifically, it's a much easier way to deal with the municipality. And we keep on improving on the app. So we're adding different functions all the time. As people, tell us, maybe this is not working, or maybe you should put that on the app. But and we also inform our decisions with, we did a number of customer satisfaction surveys, also online. So it was also, people can do it in the comfort of their own home, not too long, making sure that we actually use the technology and the data from the technology to inform our decisions. Municipalities are struggling at the moment financially, and I think the most important thing for municipalities for now and in the future is to remain financially viable and sustainable. So therefore, it's nice to have partnerships like with business engineering to make sure that we actually provide a service that can add a lot of value, but that also assist with the future financial viability of the municipality. So I think, as we integrate systems, as we identify new technologies out there, specifically, one that I can think of is meter readers. So you get smart meters these days. You don't need to have meter readers. You can drive past the meter with a logger and the reading gets taken, and then you come and you download it. And how does that information then integrate with our financial system? And how can that information also integrate with, for instance, the Citizens app? Because on the app now you can download your account, and if you have queries, then it would be easy just to, if you have a query on the app, on the account, when was my meter reading taken, because I don't agree with your reading. You can integrate the two and make it easier that way.
So we started with the overall document management of the municipality and the workflow within the municipality, how documents get digitally from one place to another, all the authorizations, approvals, etc. Then we branched out with our citizen application that comes into the municipality and into their workflow system to be done. And then we also have the Western Cape portal where we do the building plan applications, events management, etc.
As we know, for municipalities, about 30, in most cases, about 30% of the expenditure budget is your salary budget. So, as you improve on your systems, on your efficiency, you would need less people, which put less pressure on your salary budget, and actually you can then use the money that you save on actual service delivery then on people specifically.
We have all this data of all the service requests and complaints that come in, and they actually use that. They know that in those areas that is a problem and they need to address it to start getting a bit more proactive instead of reactive. The data drive is pretty big at Overstrand, which is brilliant.
Before the app, clients book a tanker either by phone, sending an email, visiting the office. The clerk responsible for tanker bookings would then book the tanker on the works order system and provide the client with a reference number. The problems that came from this approach: no bookings allowed after hours, except in case of emergency, which had to be phoned in.
You had to phone the municipality, and most of the time the line was busy. So you had to remember to phone again the next day, and it was time-consuming and frustrating.
Clients can now log a service request for a tank to be emptied 24/7 at their convenience and at minimal cost compared to a phone call. The Customer Relations Management Department is now responsible for all client communication from start to end for tanker services logged through the app. This means that the contact center does the following: create the works order as soon as a service request is received, notify the client that the work is settled, check when the work is completed, and notify the client on the app. A total of more than 34,000 tanker service requests has been dealt with by the team since 1st January 2025. The turnaround time of communication to inform clients once the work order has been done is now 24 hours, where in the past, due to capacity of the operational department, be up to 2 weeks or longer.
It's easy to work with the app. You don't need to get in your car to go to the municipality. Everything is there. It only takes a minute or two. You open the app, book your tanker services. You can choose between a 24-hour turnaround or a 3-day turnaround, and you get immediately notification that it has been booked.
The key to this is to first draw up the detailed process of how this will work, who is responsible for what, and then make sure that all internal departments give their buy-in and are properly trained and prepared. Constant communication and engagement with the public is crucial. It is important to make sure that the public is fully informed of how the process works, using media, for example Facebook, and that they have all the tools to use the app.
Records management was entirely entirely physically, relying on a paper-based manual system that requires significant space, physical labor, and strict human discipline to maintain. The main problem was accessing information to provide service and communicate with clients in a disparate environment. The main change is that records are accessible to all within minimum effort. We use the collaborator solution of business engineering. For people working with records daily, the shift from physical to digital and from manual to intelligent automation has fundamentally changed their roles from document custodians to information governance specialists. The difference is most felt in the efficient allocation of work to user departments, replacing by manual systems that classify, index, and route work in real time. Further to this, all users have the ability to search for any record electronically, eliminating the tedious process of managing paper files and capturing records and searching for paper. The single most actionable lesson from the digitization process is to start with a learning by doing approach, rather than waiting for a perfect large-scale and costly digital strategy to be finalized. The approach allows a municipality to immediately deploy small-scale, user-friendly digital tools to address specific tangible needs.
As an external stakeholder, engaging with the Overstrand Municipality is a very pleasant experience. For the most part, any problems that we have or any complaints are sorted out really quickly. And with the use of their online platform, particularly the Citizen Collab app, we've been able to certainly increase our productivity greatly. It's been really great to be able to track everything, and especially in our case, which we are a special rating area, so we deal with a lot of the complaints from business as well as the public, then we are very easily able to just hop onto the platform and able to see if something's already been reported and check the comments and see how far along they are. And then what's really great is if things are not moving as we thought they should be, then we can just engage with our councillor or with the administration directly, and using the reference numbers, they very quickly come back to us with where they are in the process or what's holding things up. So all in all, it's been a really great experience.
Overstrand Municipality has embraced this application like no other client. I've been at various municipalities with the implementation, but the way Overstrand embraced it was absolutely next level. Their marketing was brilliant. They have ongoing initiatives at ward councillors, etc. They really, really embraced it, and the way they embraced the data that they got back to enhance their service delivery has been next level.
If you need to report a street light or anything that's not working, water, you can go to your account, anything is on the app, so you don't need to go to the municipality.
We are investigating and we are working on getting all these statements onto the application so that the citizens can get their statements monthly. They can download it, share it as they want to, and then also payment gateways so they can pay their municipal accounts from the app directly in the comfort of their own home.
The core problem that led to the implementation of a geographical information system, commonly known as GIS, was the use of paper maps and its inability to combine and overlay these different data types, effectively causing a decision-making crisis for us, and therefore we had to go over to the latest technology.
Apart from the Citizen Collab app, especially the online GIS system has been incredibly helpful. As working as an SRA, we often get inquiries about certain sections of land or certain services to those different earths, and then we can just hop onto the GIS system, and there's high quality photos, excellent layering,
The Overstrand Municipality uses an enterprise GIS suite to manage its spatial data set, accessible to every department within the Overstrand Municipality, as well as external customers like developers, businesses and planners. The data include up-to-date cadastral, zoning, water, sewage, and environmental services, to mention a few.
I think it also frees up municipal employees from having to ask questions, answer questions all the time. We can, as members of the public, we can just hop on there and we can find out exactly what's happening on various sections of land, and then answer, from my point of view, I can then answer the queries from the members of the public very easily. I think it saves a lot of time and it helps with efficiency in that way.
The Overstrand Municipality's public-facing geographical information system has transformed local engagement by empowering the external user, providing instant access to data sets like zoning, cadastral and environmental data that reduces the reliance on administrative inquiries. It's a win-win for everybody.
I absolutely want to thank Overstrand Municipality. The journey has been like no other. Their enthusiasm is contagious. They are brilliant to work with.
This is, as I've mentioned earlier, this is just the beginning. We have been working on it for 2 to 3 years, and I think the willingness of business engineering to actually assist us, because when we started out with the Citizens app, they said it's a project that we would love to take on, and we'll do it for free until it works. And I think those are the type of partnerships that one also needs to build on, to actually make sure that you use everything to your that is available out there to actually improve your services, but also improve the financial sustainability of the municipality. And I think that at the end of the day, that is the goal that we want to achieve, going forward, being the center of excellence as we purport to be in our vision, making sure that we're giving the best services to our people. At the end of the day, digital transformation isn't a project with an end date. It's about learning and improving as we go along to deliver better services to our communities. Our goal is simply to make life easier and better for everyone who lives and does business in the Overstrand, and we are excited to keep this momentum going. Hopefully, what we are building in the Overstrand can serve as a blueprint for other municipalities and the communities that they serve.